If David forgave Saul, why did he still stay away? 1 Samuel 24 verses 16 and 22 and 1 Samuel 26. After David spared Saul's life, Saul wept and said sorry. But David still did not follow Saul or stay near him. Why? Saul was still trying to kill David repeatedly. Was David not forgiving him? Forgiveness is not a blind trust. David forgave Saul in his heart. He refused to take revenge. But forgiveness does not mean putting yourself back into danger. Trust requires real change, not just words. Matthew 7 verse 20, therefore by their fruits you will know them. Forgiveness equals releasing resentment. Trust equals requires observable change. Forgiving someone does not mean you must immediately trust them or put yourself in a harmful situation. Trust requires evidence of change in behavior. David repeatedly forgave Saul, even when Saul tried to kill him. David's forgiveness was internal, but he still protected himself and did not blindly trust Saul. Jesus teaches that we can discern the character of people by their actions, not just their words. Wisdom to avoid harm. Though Saul said sorry, his repeated attempts to kill David showed he had not truly repented. Wisdom meant keeping distance to avoid further harm. As Proverbs 22 verse 3 teaches, the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. The New Testament echoes this principle. Paul instructs Timothy to avoid those who persist in harmful behavior despite appearances of godliness, and Jesus calls his followers to be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Forgiveness is releasing bitterness, but it doesn't mean ignoring danger. Protect yourself until true change is evident. Waiting on God's timing. David's heart was focused on God's promise, not forcing things in his own strength. By staying away from Saul, even when Saul tried to kill him, David trusted God to fulfill his word in his perfect time. Avoiding impulsive action, like David, who did not take revenge on Saul. His focus was on God's promise, not immediate results. Saul's repeated attacks forced David to trust God and aligning with God's preparation for leadership. Even Saul's impulsive and sinful actions could not thwart God's plan. God can redeem bad choices and use them for his purposes, often in ways people don't see. Romans 8 verse 28 says, all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are the called according to his purpose. Takeaway, David did forgive Saul, but he wisely stayed away because Saul kept trying to kill him. Forgiveness releases the offense to God, but wisdom sometimes requires distance until true change comes.